All right, and welcome back to another featured company update here at the Investors Coliseum. Well, today we're really excited to start a deep dive into Nobel Resources. Nobel Resources, you'll remember, is focused on discovering new high-grade, world-class IOCG deposits in the Major Candelaria belt located within the country of Chile. Who better to talk to us about their operations in Chile but Vernon Arseneau, Chief Operating Officer. Vern, thanks so much for being here. We really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us a little bit more about the operations in Chile. And I think maybe we could start with an upcoming election within days now. They're set to go to the polls within the country of Chile. And just out of curiosity, will the outcome of this election have any impact on how the government will be treating the mining environment in general going forward?
Good morning, Chris. Well, thank you for having me on here. It's really good to be able to speak with you. And I guess first introduce myself. My name is Vernon Arseneau. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Nobel Resources. I'm Canadian. I live down here in South America. I've been living here for more than 25 years. And anyways, I guess a lot of people are wondering what's going on in Chile and what the environment is. I could say that it's very good. It's a great country to explore. Very modern, very well developed. Of course, there are some elections coming up pretty soon. We, as a group, we think it doesn't feel like things are going to change that much. There's obviously need for reforms. Everybody knows that there was some social unrest a few years ago, which started a bunch of processes, and now the election is coming up in about a few weeks now. There are basically 6 candidates. 2 are leading. One is center left, one is center right. The ruling party right now is not expected to win because they're third in the group. Obviously, what happens in this part of the world is nobody expects anybody to win 50% plus on the first round. So it's almost certain there will be a second round. The second round would happen in December. And after that, that's when we really are going to know which way the wind is going to blow. The economy is going very well in Chile. Investments are coming in. The exploration activities are very, very high. It's actually hard sometimes to find people, but there's a big pool of qualified people in Chile. And because we've been there for quite some time, we have a good team. Everybody is there. We have good contractors, and we're really going full steam ahead.
So, Vern, keeping in line with that thought, I was just wondering if you could maybe expand a little bit on the resources that are currently available to you in Chile and in Canada.
Okay, I guess just to follow up on who we are, and it's not just the team in Chile, which is a team that I've worked with before, people that we know. They're all pretty well all Chileans, good professionals in Chile. They have really good universities. Mining is very important for the country. So every big university has mining engineering, geology, all of those mining related professions are taught in Chile, very well taught actually. And so our team is very, very well qualified. And personally, I've lived in Santiago several years. I've worked in different countries in this part of the world. I like Chile. It's very stable. The economy is good. The access is excellent, especially where we are. Our main project is only 20 kilometers from the coast. It's low level, which is also very important, reduces our costs. And so we're really proud of our team. We have about 50 people on site right now, counting geologists and technicians, helpers, and plus contractors, which again are contractors that we've worked with before, very good contractors, local people. Our Algarrobo project, which most people have heard about because we've done some releases on it. It's a copper project with potential for gold and cobalt, and it's been known for quite some time. It's been worked by artisanal mining, but it's never really seen modern exploration. And that's what interested us in it. And when I say us, it's myself and our CEO, Dave Gower. Dave and I, we've known each other for a long time. We worked together for several years when I was still in Canada for a company that was called Noranda, that then merged into Falconbridge, and then into Xstrata, and then into Glencore. And so Dave and I go back a long way. And so we, a few years ago, decided that we would start looking for copper in Chile and take advantage of the experience that he has in Canada and the experience that I have in South America. And the other very important person in our management group is Larry Guy, who's a financing guy who has worked with Dave quite a bit in the past. And he really guides us through the financial markets, which is very good for us. We're really happy. I think we make a very good team. Everybody has his strength. And I think that's why Nobel is a successful junior company. We're very conscious of what the targets are. We try to minimize our costs and maximize our opportunities. And because Dave and I have both worked on mines and advanced projects and construction projects, well, we know what it takes. So we try to focus on something that could actually become a mine. And we don't expect to have several projects. I think we were into a few projects like the one we have now, which we're drilling. We just recently acquired a second project, which we call Salvadora. It's another copper project. It has seen some work before. There's an oxide resource on the project that it was worked by other companies. And we acquired it a few months ago because we think there's great synergies there. It's not very far from Algarrobo. It's also at low altitude. It's also in a good mining jurisdiction, excellent access. We can drive right to it. And we're just getting our drill permits right now. And I've been talking with the contractors. And we expect to start drilling on Salvador in about 10 days. That's where we are with those projects now.
Yeah, that's actually a good point right there. When you talk about permitting, a lot of people are wondering about the permitting process. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about it. Has it posed any challenges to you at this point in gaining any permits?
I guess leading on to the fact that we're working in the field and we're expecting to start our drilling program pretty soon, everybody wants to know about permitting. And one thing that I like about Chile is the permitting process is relatively simple. Doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, but you get a project like we have. You have to register that with the Minister of Mines. And then the first step is to get a permit to start activities, which can also give you up to 39 platforms for drilling. So if you do that permitting process, which is pretty simple, you just have to file, the information that's required, to show that you own the ground, that you're registered, your company is registered, all that stuff, which we are. And it takes about a month to go through this permitting process. On Algarrobo, for example, we've been working there close to a year, and we're still on the first permit. Okay, and well, if you go through this and you need more permitting to do more drilling, then you have to do something a little bit more involved, which is an environmental assessment. It's not for construction of a mine, it's for describing the fauna, the flora, and everything else in the area, which includes looking for archaeological sites, for everything. Now, you still have to do it, even though we're in the middle of the desert and basically there are no trees, there's no water, and nobody's ever lived there because there's no trees and there's no water and there's no animals, but you still have to do it. And in Algarrobo, we're starting that process. We've done some of the basic studies, and you end up filing all of this. And then with that second phase of permitting takes you up to construction. If you define the resource, you can do all your feasibility studies, everything. And then when you want to file these stuff, then you have to do the environmental impact like you would have to do in Canada. It's the same process. And in fact, a lot of the Chilean regulations were developed in a cooperative agreement between Canada and Chile. That's where a lot of this stuff comes from. And for us, it's quite simple because we don't live in forested areas. There are no rivers. There's nothing like that. And this is the same in the area of the second project. And local communities are very much in favor of mining, because if there are people up there now, it's because of mining. It's the only reason to be up there is because you're mining.